My distinct pleasure. Now you pay attention to this guy here. Don't let that cane get caught up in the wires. Okay? I want to introduce to you an incredible man. His name is Joseph Carter. I call him the Blind Gunner. He's got a couple things to say about that.
The first thing I had to say, blind gunner, really? Yeah, I am legally blind. This is my ID. Kind of like, redneck belt buckle. Sounds like we got a few of those out there. But I'm not here to talk about this today. I don't think I need that today because I don't think there's any federal statistics on how many people get killed by one of those things. I am here to talk about some very, very dangerous weapons. Very dangerous. Several of you out here have brought, yeah, like this one. We'll talk about this one.
That's your M4 tactical hammer.
This here is an M4 custom high carbon. And I'll tell you something. This thing right here has killed an awful lot more people. Thanks. This thing here has killed a lot more people than a rifle, regardless of whether or not it has all this crazy crap put on here. I mean, I can make this hammer look ridiculous, actually. But, the fact is, you can make a rifle look however you want. It's still a rifle. In 2011, 323 people were killed with rifles. 323. And I don't want to make light of that because some of them may have been killed by tactical rifles that look like this one here. Oh, hey, even has a magazine attached. I was kind of worried about the magazine shortage and all. But it shoots a bullet sort of like thanks. Like this high-power, long-range sniper bullet. Right. Nice AK-47 there, right? But, it doesn't matter because that rifle works the same as any other rifle. I saw a very nice little squirrel gun, 22 LR. That's just as capable of killing a person. And I don't think if you're one of the 323 people who lost their lives, if your family much cares that the rifle you were killed with is a tactical or, bolt action. And you know what? The people who want to take our guns know that. They know it. They get up there and they talk about the automatic weapon. They know they're not automatic. They're assuming that people like you don't know the difference. And they're talking about how they just want to take the dangerous guns. They're all dangerous. It's a gun. It's dangerous. It is dangerous just like a car is dangerous. It's dangerous like a lawnmower is dangerous. It's dangerous like that hammer is dangerous. I don't know if there's any statistics on people dying laughing, but, it could kill somebody, I suppose. But I got a few other numbers here. And I'm kind of going a little out of order here, sorry. I had notes. All right. So 323 people were killed by rifles. Some of them were tactical-looking rifles. A lot of them weren't. It doesn't really much matter. 1,763 people were killed by knives. I decided not to bring the tactical KitchenAid. That's just too dangerous. And 1,657 were killed by other things like, my hammer. A smaller number that were actually killed by actual hammers, but baseball bat, pipe, whatever. The point is, If bad guys want to do something bad, if they want to kill you, they are going to find a way to do it. They will use a hammer, they will use a pipe, they will use a knife, they will use a gun, they will use a bomb. And we're going to restrict people to certain kinds of weapons because, well, maybe they can kill fewer people. You know what? In Aurora, Colorado, some nut job who got the idea that, gee, maybe I can get my 15 seconds of fame and maybe they'll still be talking about me 6 months from now on the news. He gets this idea, he's going to go and shoot people, and he decided to use a high capacity. No, this actually was a high capacity. It was a drum mag. The standard capacity is 30 rounds on that rifle he used, but he had a high capacity magazine. And thank God he had a high capacity magazine, because if he'd been carrying standard capacity or even California capacity rounds, if he could have swapped that magazine out for something else, he would have killed everyone in that theater. He would have done it. So thank God he was stupid enough to have one magazine that jammed. Yep. Thank God. Because a lot of people died. A lot of people died in that theater. A lot of people were shot, and thank God they survived. But the guy rigged up his apartment to blow. He could very easily have blown up that movie theater, and he would have taken everybody with him if he had. Yep. So, the rifle, so what? I mean, last year, 2012, they don't have the statistics out yet, but maybe 340 people instead of 320 died, and that's terrible. But the fact is that the gun didn't kill those people. A gun can't kill those people. A gun is an object. People kill people. And I'll tell you something, there are people out here, I've seen the signs, people who said, a gun saved my life. When somebody comes into your house at 3 in the morning, it might be your gun that saves your life. You don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know who it's going to happen to. People out there are bad. Some of them, yeah. And if they decide to come into your place at 3 in the morning, maybe 2 or 3 of them, maybe they're intent on rape, maybe they're intent on murder. Maybe they just think that, they can steal your TV set, and you just happen to get in their way. The fact is, they come in at 3 in the morning, what are you going to do? Hide? There was a woman who hid in, where was she? Georgia. She was in Georgia. She hid with her kids. And the bad guy found her. And she opened fire with a little .38 revolver. She emptied 6 shots into the guy. And she told him after she had emptied her revolver that that she would keep shooting. He got up and ran. He was shot 6 times, and he got up and ran. If he had been coherent enough to realize that her gun was empty, you could have 3 dead bodies today. But he got up and ran, got in his car and drove away, and they found him about a block away. He'd crashed his car. It's apparently kind of difficult to drive when you got 6 bullets in you. Just saying. But what if this guy had not been alone? This guy was alone and not very bright. Apparently, thank God. But if he had not been alone, if he brought 2 of his buddies with him, 6 rounds, her gun's empty. What happens when you pull that trigger and you hear click? And the bad guy hears click. Well, not if you're limited to 6, 7 rounds. Grab your AR! Grab your AR and you shoot the bastard until he stops moving. Because if you don't do that, he very well could shoot you. He could hit you with an assault hammer. Maybe an assault crowbar.
He could sue you.
Probably can sue you. Oh my God, I got hurt robbing that lady's house. She's responsible.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure in California and New York, he'd win. Probably in Oregon, too. It has happened. It has happened. So people ask why we need our guns. Why do we need our guns? We need our guns because, that too. We need our guns because other people are going to have guns, and other people are going to have guns that are going to threaten us. You can't stop that. And yeah, maybe the people who are going to threaten us with guns are our own government. That could happen, and kind of looking at the way things have been going, second coming, remake the world in his own image. Really? Yeah, change. Change is all I got left, by the way. But, this isn't about the politics. This is about the guns. It really is just, today it's not really about the politics. It's about the guns and the people who want to take them away. And, I had that rifle in my hands. So, it's probably worth pointing out. Yeah, I got mine.
Okay, well, I'll meet you right.
Wonder if I can actually hit anything with it?
Let me work my way.
Break into my house and find out. And just before I go, I got to point out one other thing for the people. I got to be serious again. There have been numerous threats against people. People run organizations like the NRA, OFF, GOA, but also individual citizens like you and me, just for speaking out and defending our rights. People have said they're going to come and kill me. They're going to come and shoot me. They're going to come and shoot my girlfriend. If that isn't evidence that I need any gun I can get my hands on, what is? Thanks very much, everyone.